Yeah, we can go ahead and call it. We can call this one. We're not getting the ARMS character this week. No, there's probably not going to be a Sakurai Direct at this point. I'm recording this at 5:30 on Wednesday night. Like I said, these things are always announced on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So it just doesn't, it's not happening. But no need to be upset because there's always next week. Now, tomorrow, see, Sony did what I was saying Nintendo might do. And I remember, this is only speculation, but we know it's this month. Sony, on the second week of June, which is E3 week, this is, we would be normally seeing a bunch of stuff right now because it's E3 right now. They're saying, we're going to do a reveal during this week, but it's going to be on a Thursday instead of like a Tuesday or something like they would normally do. And it is the PS5 reveal. They're going to show the PS5 video in like a direct style video. So that's going to be good. I'm hoping and assuming this is going to be their big selling point, because remember, these things have to be sold the end of this year. The PS5 comes out this year. So I kind of already figured they weren't going to do a little Smash Sakurai presentation the same day as the PS5 reveal. And I'm not here to say Smash DLC is the most important thing Nintendo has to talk about. I mean, when it comes to anything like related to Nintendo and E3, there's so many things they could talk about and show. But because we know they're not going to do a direct this month, well, we don't know, but it was kind of like rumored that it's not going to happen. And to me, that makes sense that they're going to hold off on a direct. Maybe they even do a direct in July or something. But we know the ARMS character has to come out this month. And Nintendo hasn't said anything about postponing it, and they really should at this point, because right now we're all just kind of waiting for the little Sakurai video to come out. This is also the first character of the second wave, so maybe things will be done a little bit differently, but as of right now, I feel like this trend they've been doing, the style they've been doing, it works, it makes sense, and there's no reason not to assume it won't be the same. Now, we've waited like 6 months since Byleth came out, which I think is a pretty reasonable amount of time. I mean, since Byleth came out, I remember I was pretty much content with the roster of characters. I think Byleth was the one. When that character came out, I think people played that character, like the newest character, less. Like normally when there's a new DLC character, people are always playing it. But considering how much I played Joker, Banjo, and how much me and my brother both played Terry, and sometimes we play Hero, and occasionally we'll see Byleth pop up, it's pretty safe to say that this wave of DLC was a massive success, and it's okay just playing the base game and playing with the DLC, and just waiting for the next little batch to come up later. And now we're finally at that time where, hey, we get to be excited because there's gonna be a new character again. Now they could easily do something next week. Some people have been saying that the anniversary for ARMS, when ARMS came out, is on Tuesday, which is the 16th. I could see them announcing something on Monday and then be like, Tuesday, here it is. Especially because, remember, this is just Smash DLC. Remember, Terry came out on a Wednesday, and he came out not only on a Wednesday, but he came out in the morning. They did a direct on him really early in the morning, which was really late at night for Japan. And then he came out literally an hour after that direct. I remember I played him for 20 minutes before I went to work. He came out right before I had to go to work. And I remember being like, okay, and honestly, if they do a morning direct thing, I'm completely fine with that. I hate trying to get home from work as fast as possible. In half the time, I'm halfway through the direct, I'm missing stuff. I'm totally fine with them doing a direct in the morning. I'll wake up early. I'll do that. I don't care. And if I get to play them for 20 minutes before I go to work, hell yeah. So, but I don't think they're gonna do that. But it is the anniversary for ARMS on Tuesday, so it would be kind of poetic and cool. But we don't know. A lot of people have been speculating also they might do an ARMS announcement while they also release the character at the same time. They did this for Animal Crossing when they first showed Isabelle. They used this time to not only show Isabelle, but they also showed basically Tom Nook saying there's going to be a new Animal Crossing game. It was really hype when he said that. And then they straight up said Animal Crossing 2019, even though it came out in 2020. But that was really cool. So it could be a good opportunity. I don't think they take that opportunity all the time, and I don't think there's anything that really points to it. But it's a possibility, and it kind of makes some sense. So, I mean, I could see them doing something like that on the anniversary for when ARMS came out. Just to be hey, new character in Smash, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and so what else? What else? What else? Besides that, I mean, I think it's more likely the character comes out on a Wednesday or a Thursday because that just seems to be what Nintendo does. However, I mean, they could just announce the direct. They could even announce it during the weekend. I don't see why they have to do it on a weekday, but they could announce it on Monday for the next following day. It's only Smash DLC, and this is Wave 2. It's not like these are the biggest and craziest thing Nintendo has to offer right now. It's just this is something that is continually updated. You know, Smash Bros. Ultimate is a living game. It is going to be continuously updated for up till 2022 or something like that. So, yeah. So next ARMS character, next character is going to be an ARMS character. Next week could happen, but here's the thing: I don't want to get people's hopes up. My hopes aren't really up for next week, but I feel like that would be a better call. But I could totally see them doing it the week after. Now, the thing is about the week after, the last week of June is Monday and Tuesday, is the 29th and the 30th, and then it's July. So if it's not this next week, it has to be the week after. So, I mean, we're getting, and it's definitely not going to be the very last week because there's only 3 days in it. So I can guarantee you guys it's going to be either this week or next week, or it's going to be next week or the week after. That's all there can be. However, I will say this, if I have to put like money down on it, which I don't, thankfully, I would say I think next week makes more sense considering how Nintendo does things, but I don't know. Maybe because of COVID-19, maybe because of this and that, or maybe because of other announcements and other, whatever. I could easily see them doing the final week for this character. If you remember, Byleth came out like one of the last days of January, so I could see them. The thing is, Byleth was announced, and basically a whole month went past. Like Byleth was announced like the beginning of January, and then came out like one of the last days of January, like the 29th or something like that. So I could see them doing something like this character comes out one of the last days of the month again. But to me, I feel like they're going to just drop the character the same day they announce it, especially since, again, if they're not going to show the character in the first 2 weeks, then they're probably just going to shadow drop it. Because, I mean, but if you don't know what shadow drop it means announce. It means the character comes out the day that it's announced, or the day of the Sakurai Direct, basically. They're just going to say, oh, there's a new video, and it's going to come out today. Yeah. We're kind of used to shadow dropping characters in Smash now. Ever since Hero and Banjo, that's been a thing. And so, yeah. I feel like if they were going to not shadow drop it, they would have announced the character earlier and then waited to the end of the month, because they only have one freaking month to do this. So, yeah. So probably not going to be this week. I mean, hell yeah, PS5 reveal. Honestly, I'm really excited for PS5 reveal. I like the PS5. Like, I like PS4 a lot. I like Sony. So, like, PS4 is my main console. I guess you could say I game on PC maybe more, but PS5 or PS4 is like my main gaming console, then Switch right after. So, yeah, totally hyped for PS5 reveal. Don't get me wrong, but I think Nintendo decided they're probably just not going to do it if Sony's going to do this. So I think what's likely going to happen is going to be next week. It would be really cool if they did it on Tuesday, because that would be a lot earlier than they normally do it, and earlier the better. But Tuesday also has some significance because of the anniversary. But sometimes I feel like companies just don't care and don't do that stuff. But depending on what they're trying to do with ARMS, some people have been speculating it seems like they might do some sort of push with ARMS, because this ARMS character thing seems so kind of random. Like, why are they doing an ARMS character now after there's already so much ARMS content in Smash? Thankfully, there's no ARMS music, and so that's where a new character can really shine, is by bringing new music from a new game. So thankfully, ARMS is only they didn't put any music in Smash from ARMS. They just straight up did the assist trophy, the costumes, and the spirits. So, which to me totally is like saying, yeah, even if they choose a character like Max Brass, who doesn't have a spirit and doesn't have an assist trophy and doesn't have a costume, even if they choose a character like that, it really does. The fact that ARMS is even coming at all, it's almost like this thing where it's like, yeah, a lot of characters who we might have thought were not possible are kind of possible again. we'll have to see if they decide to do the spirit rule or not. I feel like the funny thing is, I feel like Sakurai will totally address this. I think he'll totally, if he does a little Sakurai Presents video, be like, you guys might be wondering, this character already has a spirit. Well, here's what happens now. If a character has a spirit, this is what happens. So, and then we'll see what happens to the Springman spirit. Maybe the Springman spirit will change or something like that. Or maybe there'll be a new Springman spirit, or, you know. Though, to be fair, I don't really think it's going to be Springman. I've already said before, I think it's going to be Min Min. I said it in my last video. It's probably going to be Min Min. Though there's a supposed leak that it'll be Min Min, Springman, and Ribbon Girl. That's supposedly said by Virgibin, but we have no confirmation on that. Though apparently also people have been hearing 3 names, which is Springman, Ribbon Girl, and Min Min. That would be weird if they did 3 characters in one, because the reason why Hero works is because there's four characters and they all have one alternate color. So if they did only 3 characters, you know, same with like a lot of characters, you have two costumes. Like Cloud, for example, has 2 costumes. He has 4 colors for one and 4 colors for another. Then there's other characters who have, like Mario, who has a whole bunch of colors, and then his last 2 colors are just different costumes, but they're not different colors for those costumes. Those costumes just don't have alt colors. So just, you know, it's just different here and there for what character has what, blah, blah, blah. But for, which Mario's done perfectly. Giving him Builder Mario and Wedding Mario, I think it was really, really good call for Mario. Hopefully he keeps those kind of costumes and moving forward into new Smash games. That was a really good call, because Mario Maker and Mario Odyssey are super big selling points for the Mario games right now. Like, those are big, important Mario games. So, yeah, that was a good call. But as far as, like, if they did 3 costumes, it basically mean there would be 3 colors for 2 of the characters and then only 2 colors for 1 character. So we'll see what happens, but you know, if it means whatever, man, whatever. Also, I really hope they show the new Amiibos, because what I'm thinking is going to happen is I think they either going to do only 1 Amiibo for Hero, or they're going to do 4 Amiibos for Hero, because like they did like all the different Amiibos for Cloud and Bayonetta and Corrin. Now that was special, but it'd be really cool if they did like 4 different Amiibos for Hero. That'd be so cool. But luckily they don't really do like the exclusive store thing anymore with Amiibos. Thankfully Toys R Us went under, and I think that screwed up part of that, so I'm glad. But because that was always a dumb thing anyway. But yeah. So not to get off too much on a tangent with Amiibos, but yeah, I think I'm still kind of rooting for Min Min. I think Min Min is the most likely character. I feel like if they were going to say it was Springman, they wouldn't have said it this way. They wouldn't have said ARMS. They would have just said Smash content coming. I think Min Min and then a multi-character are the 2 most likely possibilities. But you have to remember, if Sakurai really wants to go stick to his guns with the no spirits thing, then it might be Max Brass. But I think the spirit rule is going to be broken. Like I said many times before, because people think the spirit rule is retarded or so stupid. Spirit rule is not stupid. Spirit rule makes sense when you look at World of Light. Now, can the spirit rule be broken? Yeah, I think enough time has passed since the game came out, because in my opinion, they already had the characters laid out for the DLC when they made the game and when they made World of Light. So the idea is that World of Light was just to replace. It was basically just to mock battles with characters that you couldn't actually play with in the game. So Shantae is not in the game, so instead you fight Zero Suit Samus, but wearing orange on a pirate ship. You know, Rex and Pyra aren't in the game, so instead you fight like Shulk and Lucina, and Lucina's wearing red and Shulk's wearing blue, so something like that. I can't remember if it was Shulk or not, but it was someone else besides. You know, he didn't fight Rex, but I remember Pyra was like Lucina, and in the stage was like on fire or something. I would love Rex and Pyra. I would love Rex and Pyra. Oh my God, please! They deserve it. They just deserve it. For the love of God, put Rex and Pyra in Smash. Like, they're such insanely popular Nintendo characters. Like, Xenoblade 2 went really, really well. It sold well. It's very beloved by fans. And people who don't play the Xenoblade know who Rex and Pyra are. So, and they know Mithra as well. So, I mean, like, please, for the love of God, put Rex, Pyra, and possibly Mithra in. Like, please. But, That's if the spirit rule is not broken. But I think that for Wave 2, it makes sense that this DLC wave wasn't completely finished, or maybe they only had a rough idea of what they wanted, or they basically knew right off the bat that they're going to break the spirit rule for Wave 2. I've always thought that made sense for Wave 2, not for Wave 1. So I think it's about time that we break the rule. We'll find out. I mean, we're going to find out if the rule is broken or not. Basically, Sakurai's going to say it. He's going to basically say, like, at this point, any character I feel like when I want to put in, I'm going to put him in. So now, does that mean Waluigi's confirmed? Hell no. But it does mean other characters might have a chance. But we don't know if there's going to be another one or not. But it would be cool if Sakurai said, in this video, there's going to be one more character who used to be a spirit who's going to be upgraded, and it shows either Rex and Pyra, or it shows Gino, or it shows someone else. Some people might want Shantae. But I don't think we can make every single character who people wanted who were spirits into characters. But I think Rex and Pyra are probably the most likely to break that rule. But then Gino's right after. I think Gino is so close right after. I think Sakurai is very clear that he knows people want Gino. And with six characters instead of 5, I think part of why there's 6 is because one bonus character is going to be like, I just did this to make the fans happy. I think that would make a lot of sense. But also at the same time, maybe Nintendo and Sakurai just decided that 6 characters made a lot of sense and to just do those 6 characters. But it would make sense that if more of these characters are Nintendo characters, like they don't have to go around and ask third parties, then it makes more sense for them to not have to do 5 characters, and they can just go ahead and do 6 because they don't have to ask anyone or pay anyone. They just use the fucking characters. It's their fucking characters. So for Rex and Pyra, yeah, that would work. I mean, there's no way the team, I think the team who makes Xenoblade, there's no way they wouldn't be upset. There's no way they'd be upset. There's no way they would object to putting in Rex and Pyra. They'd probably be super happy to put Rex and Pyra in Smash. So, I mean, goddamn, that's what I really want. I really want Rex and Pyra in the game. Like, no joke. If Shulk can be in, I don't see why Rex and Pyra can't be in. To me, those are like beloved fan favorite characters. So I would really love Rex and Pyra, but I'd also love just about so many other characters. Like Gino. Gino's probably still my ride or die. But either way, I don't know why I'm always going off on tangents and throwing this extra bonus stuff in at the end of the video. I already said what I needed to say. Let's keep on speculating. Hopefully it's next week. If it's Tuesday, fuck yeah. But I don't think it'll be Tuesday. But if it's Tuesday, then that's awesome. But I'm hoping it's next week. But yeah, not going to be this week. So let's enjoy the PS5 reveal tomorrow, guys. And I'll catch you guys on the next one.